Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and don't forget that from the 1st of March through the 20th you can have a go at our negative constraint pack of puzzles on Patreon. That is the monthly reward. No negative constraints in today's puzzle. Actually, I will get to today's puzzle. Well, I'll mention it now because I think this is a potential very interesting. It might be an introduction to circles, which has been a development in Sudoku in the last year, and nice to get a puzzle that potentially, I've been wrong about this sort of thing before, could be a very straightforward introduction to circle counting in Sudoku. And the rule set is very simple, so we'll get to that in a second. I've mentioned Patreon. There's also, of course, all of our apps, which don't include any circles puzzles yet. They're all available on the links under the video, along with Sven's SUDOKU PAD and our merchandise. And we do encourage you to associate with the channel in some way, even if you just hit the subscribe button for the first time. We'd love that. We don't often beg, but go on, please. And do leave a comment, especially if it's kind. So, Sham Shaman, and I'm guessing at the Sham Shaman, how about that? I don't know about the pronunciation of that pseudonym, sent in Clockwork, and I will point out a very nice feature of that in a moment, but, well, I will point it out now. Look at the 1, 2, 3, as we go around the dial of Sham Shaman's clock. We see that this clock only goes up to 8. I suppose the top would be 9 again. Oh, anyway, clockwise around the grid, we have the numbers 1 to 8. Actually, that's not where 1 would be on a clock, is it? Anyway, I like that feature. That's very nice because you are going to kind of need some given digits in a puzzle that otherwise just has circles. Now, the rule with the circles, in fact, the rules of this puzzle are as follows. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. A digit in a circle, like that, 7, indicates exactly how many circles contain that digit. Actually, maybe this is a negative constraint, because once you've found the 7 circles with 7 in, no other cell with a circle can have a 7. I don't know. Anyway, it is very simple because there are no other rules with this puzzle. I think almost every instance we've done of circle cell puzzles before, there have been other rules to go with it, and sometimes no given digits. This, on the other hand, if we can find or identify the circle cells, we will then have classic Sudoku. So if it works out, as I think it might, it'll be a nice circle Sudoku 101 and a useful primer in the field. So, having said all that, having set myself up for a massive fall, I am going to start the puzzle and say, let's get cracking. And I think that the first thing we do with a circle puzzle is to count the circles carefully. So, let's do them box by box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 circles. That's really interesting because as I did that, I noticed for the first time that the circles are incredibly symmetrically disposed. Apart from those 2 cells, if you rotated the grid 180 degrees, the circles would be in exactly the same place. And if you rotated it 90 degrees, most of them would be in the same place. What ones are exempt from that? I mean, the ones in boxes 2, 4, 6, and 8, I suppose, and of course our pair here. Anyway, I hadn't noticed that until I did that. We got to the number 23. There are 23 circles in this puzzle. Now, what that means is that the digits in them, if you just took one instance of each of the digits that winds up in the circles, that will add up to 23. And that's because of this rule. Because every digit in a circle indicates how many circles have that digit. So 1 circle in this puzzle has a 1, 7 have a 7, 5 have a 5, and clearly those 3 digits are going to use up 13, 5 plus 7 plus 1, of the 23 circles. So just using this cell for an aide-memoire, 157 are in. Now there are 10 more circles once we deduct 13 from 23. How are we going to make up the other 10? We can't use any more odd numbers in the circles, because if we used 1, we'd have to use 2. And that's because we've got 10 left over, which is an even number. If we used 1 odd number, we'd need another odd number to get the total back even, and then maybe an even number or 2. But the remaining even numbers are 9 and 3, so we can't use them both because that adds up to more than 10. So we can't use either. So we're going to have to make up 10 with even digits. 2, 4, 6 and 8 are available. Now it's a pair of those. It's either 2 and 8 or 4 and 6. If you added up any 3 of them, they'd come to at least 12. If you added up any 1 of them, they'd come to no more than 8. So the digits in circles in this puzzle are either 1, 2, 5, 7, 8 or 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, well, okay, let's just note those down. Again, these are just aide-memoire cells. They're not candidates or anything. I'm just putting them there so that we can remember. Those are the possible makeups of the circles. Now, we note that 1 is already in a circle. Actually, we could do Sudoku straight away and put a 1 here. We need a 1 in this in column 4. It obviously can't go with the 1 already in box 2 or with the 1 already in box 8. So it's in one of these 3 cells, but 2 of those are circles. And this is what I mean by a negative constraint, effectively. Since we've already had the 1, 1 that appears in a circle, we can't put another 1 in a circle. And we can put 1 there. Now, that is a very unusual instance of being able to use the low digits. It's much more normal in these puzzles to go questing about the high ones. And I'm interested in 7. How we know that there are 7 7s in circles in this puzzle because this circle has a 7 in, and that's what the rule means. How are we going to find places for 6 more 7s in circles? And let's think about the boxes. Where can 7 go in a box? And straight away we can see that there is no 7 in a circle in this box because the only circle is already occupied, not by a 7. And the same is true here. And once we've eliminated those, there are only 7 boxes left that can contain 7s in circles. I am going to get rid of these for now, actually, and they're just getting in the way. We're going to remember that the extra digits we're going to put in circles are either 2 and 8 or 4 and 6. They add up to 10, and they're even. Anyway, look at this 7. That is ruling out those cells by Sudoku from having a 7 in. That's very helpful in this box. We definitely need a 7 in this box because it's not one of boxes 2 and 8, which are the only boxes excluded from having 7 in a circle. So we get a 7 there. Then there'll be a 7 in one of these 2 cells. There'll be a 7 in one of these 2, one of these 2, one of these 2. I have a feeling we're not going to actually get any further information on 7s. But what we did here and here, where there can be no possible digits other than the 1 and the 5 that are already in the circles, that's going to be very relevant to 8s, and have a think about why that is if you can't see it immediately. Pause the video if you need to. But the reason is that there are not 8 boxes in the puzzle that can possibly have 8 in a circle. In fact, even this box can't have 8 in a circle. Now I notice that, because the 8 is already in it. In fact, this one can't as well. I mean, there's tons of boxes here that can't have 8 in a circle. So there's a maximum of 5 8s that could end up in circles. And that means 8 is not in circles in this puzzle. What is in circles instead are 6 and 4, because we needed that extra even pair to add up to 10. So we now know the digits that go in circles in this puzzle are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. And everything not in any other digit, 2, 3, 8, 9, can never appear in a circle. So let's try and fit 6s in the circles. We've already got this box where 6 can't go in a circle, this box where 6 can't go in a circle, and this one, because 6 is already in that box, not in a circle. Now, in the remaining boxes in the grid, 6 must always be in a circle. So here, in box 6, ironically, we can whack in the 6 straight away. Then we need to put it in a circle in box 9. That one is seen by the 6 we just placed. This one is seen by the 6 that was given. We get a 6 here. And that's going to sort out our 7s. But first of all, we need a 6 in a circle in box 3. We need a 6 in a circle in box 4. Perfect. We need a 6 in a circle. No, hang on. They're both looking at the same digit. Well, there'll be a 6 in one of those circles in box 5. And, there can't be a 6 there because of that 6. So we can place a 6 in box 1 as well. And there we go. That is the 6s done, apart from this one, which remains to be done. However, down here, 6 sorted out where 7 goes, thanks to our corner marking, which told us which of the 2 possible cells in this box 7 could go in. And that means that's a 7, which rules out those 2, so we can fill in 7s in boxes 3 and 7. And that rules out that one. That becomes a 7. One of these is a 7, and that's a little X-wing, because we can only put 7 in one of those 2 positions in row 9, one of those 2 positions in row 6. That's going to form an X-wing and put 2 7s in those positions and rule out all of these from having a 7. So I can put a 7 there, not in a circle, but that is just how it must be. In fact, that's the only position for 7 in column 5, is the slightly easier way of seeing that. Now, we've placed, subject to these circles, we've placed 7 and 6. We've got all the 1s done already because there was 1 1 circled. We need to find, I think we've only got 5s and 4s left to place. So every remaining circle, apart from the one that holds a 6 there and the one that holds a 7 there, every circle in the puzzle is going to hold a 5 or a 4, because those are the only other digits we're allowed to put in them. So 5 there where there's already a 4, 4 here in a row where there's already a 5, 5 there, 4 here, 5 here, there's already a 4 in the column. This one we don't know, oddly. And in this box, these 4 cells are going to be 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because we've already got a 7 in one of the circles, a 6 in one of them. We're going to need a 4 and a 5 as well. So we have this pattern emerging, and we're going to have to resolve that by Sudoku. Now, we can resolve this by counting. How many 4s have we had? 1, 2... There's going to be 1 in box 5 somewhere, so that's a third 4. I think that is going to have to be a 4. Let's just check with 5s. We've got the given 1, 2, 3, and again 1 in the middle is 4, and that one is 5. So this is a 4 up here. And then as long as we make sure 4, 5, 6, and 7 go in those circles, we have satisfied the circle rule entirely in this puzzle. And now we can sort of do classic Sudoku. And look at that 3 in the central box, it goes in there, leaving a 2 8 pair. That's now a naked 9 because it sees that 2 8 pair and that 5. This is 5. We can maybe finish 5s. No, not quite, because there's a 5. Well, not quite, nowhere near. Okay, I was wrong about finishing 5s. Let's find some other Sudoku. There is going to be a 5 up there. There is going to be a 3 in one of those cells. In row 2 we need to place a 1, and that is a hidden single. This is 3 and 9 in some order. Now this pair is a naked pair, which is a slightly rarer beast than a naked single, sadly. 2, 5, 6, 7, 4 in the column, 9, 3 in the box. The only other digits left are 1 and 8, so that must be what remains. In the column we still have a 3 and a 9 to place. Now, in this box, that makes this naked. Because the 1 and the 8 form a pair that stop that being 1 or 8. It also sees 7, 9, 6, 3 in the box, 2, 5 in the column. The only digit left is a 4. Now, that's potentially very helpful. It kicks 4 out of those circles, and it kicks 5 out of these ones, so they become a 4, 6 pair. We probably still need some vertical help to sort that out. In this column, column 7, we need a 1, and we can place it. Then there's a 3, 8 pair. They resolve this digit as a 9. That gives us 9 and 8 to place in box 9, which is finished. That's a 4, which will complete box 3, given the 3, 8 pair. This is a 2, 5 pair, and actually, because of this 5, 7 pair, we can sort them out. 2 there, 5 there. Now, let's do some rows. We need an 8, 7 in the bottom row, which are going to have to go there. 2, 9 in box 7. This is a 3 and a 1. This is a 2, 9 pair, which are resolved. These are a 3, 4, 6 triple, which we will come back to. Let's look up the first column. We need 2, 8 and 9. That is a naked single because it sees 9 and 2. So 8 there, 3 there according to the pencil marking. This is a 1, 2, 9 triple. I don't know much about how they get disposed, but they do sort out this box for me, 8 and 1. Now this is 2 or 9 as well, but we need a 1 in this box, and that 1 is telling me where it goes. That sorts out 1 in box 4. I think all the 1s are done in the puzzle. That 9 looked up to the 3, 9 pair. That looked back down and placed 3 in box 8. Now I've got a 4, 6 pair. Okay, I don't know. Let's do the top row again. 2, 9 and 3. That is not 3, so that is 3. And that fixes 8 and 3 on the right side. Now we need a 9 in row 3. That's got to be here, and I think that is going to do almost everything left. 4 and 5 in the top row, and well, they're not done. 2, 6, 8 here. I have a feeling there is a way they are done, but I need to use something that I've got in column 4 or 6, where I only see a 1, 3, 9 triple. So I must have some other pair or something somewhere to resolve this. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of the corner mark. Well, I've got 2 looking into the central box. There we go. So I should have looked up the middle column, which is doing quite a lot of work. Now that 6 is finally going to do my remaining circles in the centre. 5 and 4 there, 5 and 7 there. We are going to finish off, and that is a very approachable circles puzzle. There we go. Solve counter 1. Excellent. Well, thank you, Sham Shaman. That is good fun and relatively straightforward. I like the clock face design, and very well done for creating that. Not too hard. So a very good introduction to circle rules in Sudoku. Do tell your friends if they're interested in what that could mean. We will see you again on the channel soon. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.